Hey guys, so I wanted to film a quick video to help you with a product replacement. I know that I didn't do product replacements for quite some time. I just took it off of my shelf and replaced it with whatever the customer wanted within $2 because I didn't even know how to do a product replacement. I originally thought that you had to ship it back to the company and I wasn't about to give myself another trip, so I just gave it to them. So I lost a lot of money that way. And if you don't know, the company doesn't make you send the product back, which is amazing. What an awesome company to where we mess up, they'll fix it for us, and we don't even have to ship back the product that the customer doesn't like, or if you color match somebody wrong with the wrong foundation. So I'm going to show you really quickly here that you how to product replace something. And you can use it as reference. It'll be up on our Facebook page and then also on our YouTube channel. So the first thing I do to make it really easy for yourself is just make sure that you grab a piece of paper, because you're going to want to know a couple numbers before you even go to the product replacement section on your InTouch website. And so today we are product replacing our Mary Kay Time Wise 3D Matte Foundation, which is awesome if you haven't tried it yet. So let's just say you color matched your customer the wrong color and they said, oh my gosh, I love it, but I need a different color. So that's what we're doing today. There's a couple numbers you're going to need to know. You're going to need to know the day code. And so specifically on foundations and anything that has like a crimped top, you're going to find the day code in there. And you kind of have to like lean it a certain way. It's a little hard to read, but that's where you're going to find it. And so this one is 9D15. And so I have that written down. You don't really necessarily have to write that number down, but I just do for you guys. And then I go to where I'm going to act like I'm going to place an order. So I have the foundations up already. And then if I zoom in here, if you guys can see that, my foundation is beige N150, and the product number is going to be right here. You're going to need that number to do the product replacement. So I always go there, I write down my number first. So I already did it here, 099970. Let's just say they want to exchange it for the matte beige W160. So I wrote that number down here, exchange for beige W160, and there is the product number. So do that first before you go to the product replacement page. Okay, so now that we have those numbers, we know how much it is. It's $25. You're gonna go to ordering. If you guys can see that, you're gonna go to ordering. You're gonna scroll down to product replacement. And then it's gonna come up. I actually already started it. I just put Jason in there as a reference. And so I put his name in, but if you have multiple product replacements to do, you can add somebody else's name on there and it'll go down to the bottom there. And then the thing that I have found, and the reason why you want these numbers first, is because if you exit out in the middle of doing a product replacement, it does restart, which is pretty odd considering that even if we're doing orders and we say the power goes out or our computer goes dead, you can usually log back in and your order is still there. That's not the same for product replacement. So have your numbers ready so you don't have to go in and out of the page, or you can open a different browser to check where your product numbers are. So we're gonna product replace Jason's foundation. So we're just gonna hit the next button. And here's where the product description is. But I found that if you just do the part number, which, what are we returning? So return product information. And so I put the number in there, 099970. And then you can hit enter. Oh, quantity 1. And then the day code, hold on just a second. And then the day code, remember, was 9D15. Believe, okay, nope, I have to do it by myself. $25 on when you're whatever you're replacing it with, you can put the number down here and it'll add it for you. And so we'll just say that today is the date. Let's see, today is 7/21/2019. Okay, and then it's going to ask you a few questions on why your customer wants to return it. Is it broken? So in our case, it'll be the color. Let me zoom in here. And for our case, it'll be the color shade. Check that. And then doesn't like the color, doesn't like amount of shimmer or shine, not the normal color for this product. Doesn't like the color because it doesn't match them, right? And so the product description would just be Time-Wise beige N150. Okay, and then you just hit add, and there it is down there at the bottom. It adds it for you. And remember, you can replace any product within $2 higher or lower. And so we're gonna hit next. We don't have any other product replacements to do, so we're gonna hit next. And then they want to know what we want to replace the product with. So that's where the part number comes in really handy, that you have it for what product they want to replace it within, anything within $2. And for this instance, it'll be the beige one, W160. And so I put the part number in there, 099971, and then quantity 1, and it will add it there. And it'll come up, beige 160. You hit next. And there it is. And I am not gonna go any further because then I'll really end up placing this order. But you can see down here, it says submit the order. And that is it. Super easy. Just have your information ahead of time, and it makes your life a lot easier, so you don't have to exit out of the screens or anything like that. And then submit your order. And then you always wanna keep the product for a couple weeks. If the company has any questions about your product replacement, they'll call you. The only time I've had that happen was when I had a repair set. Somebody exchanged it for something, and so it was a high dollar amount, and then I had a couple other things at the same time. That's the only time I've had them call me and just ask a few questions about my replacement. But just to be sure, make sure you just keep it, you know, in a safe place for a couple weeks. And then if not, if it's something that you personally don't have to put your fingers in or anything like that, or it's only been used once, especially if it's like a foundation and they just poured it on a sponge, what is a really good idea if you are trying to build your like samples and all that kind of stuff, you could just put it right in your sample bags of foundations and stuff like that if it's a foundation. But typically anything else you'll just throw away. So that is it, guys. Hopefully that will make things a little bit easier for you. Okay, just a quick tidbit. When I was talking about how it will add it in there if you just put the product number in, it is below, and I didn't want to leave this video without telling you guys, and so that's why I came back on here. So if you go below and you want to enter in, instead of doing it all manually and all this up here at the top section, right after this line here, it says search by part number, and it does the majority of the work for you. So we're gonna add in our number again, which was 099970, and go. And then you'll see if you go back up here, it actually adds the majority of what it is up top. You can do it yourself manually, or you can just search the product or part number down here, and then it will add. So the quantity, then you would have to add, of course, the day code that's on the back of your product, and then the date and the reason, but it'll add in the part description for you how much it is, which is pretty nice, so you don't have to do that. And then if you had multiple customers to add to, you can always scroll down and have the choice of who is returning what. So hopefully that's a little bit more helpful too.